here's the thing. It's incredibly appropriate that we have JD with us to make this announcement because Jay,
Yeah.
you've kind of have been there since the beginning, right?
I'm so
Before
excited to be part of this.
and like before we had the lesbian lounge, we were schlubbing our fat asses to pride fests and introducing acts, and you were one of them, or we would just
Yes.
walk by the stage mindlessly, watching you play, wondering what you were all about, and then we just like,
Wondering if.
yeah,
Yeah.
wondering if, and then we just like
Really knowing.
ingratiated her into the circle. So, I mean, talk about appropriate because we were okay. So what we're doing
Hmm.
is the Lesbian Lounge came about on June 6th, 2006,
6.
right?
Wow.
So it's
Wow.
20 years coming up. And we wanted, I mean, I get like getting the band back together is one way of putting it, but we wanted to get the audience back together as well. So the plan is, and I will let Donna tell you because God knows she has a document, right? So
There's a
she's
document.
she's going to tell you what we have been up to and what we're planning and how this is going to be unleashed upon the world.
I actually was thinking about JD this morning, Denise, because we had already been kicking around about a year or so. Of course, we've known JD from the Fort Lauderdale area forever, or at least known of you. We didn't know you, but we had been kind of working this live broadcast to podcast thing for a year or so. And you came on the show and you talked about, having us, and we did pride events locally with you and all that. And really, you were almost like the caveat for local listeners. We had listeners all over the world at that point. And
Yeah.
you brought the local flavor to the scene. So here's what's going on. So
Okay.
Denise and I, as she said, we're going to put together a little special package for previous listeners and future listeners. And we are going to be releasing 5 podcasts through the month of June. So the first one will be released on our anniversary date, Saturday, June 6th. And then a podcast a week on Wednesdays, just like old school, so that you know where to find us and when to find us. And we've got a lot of stuff lined up. First episode, Denise, I'll give a little hint. Is
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah,
okay?
yeah, yeah.
So we're just going to kind of review our origin story, where we came from, how it started, how we even got connected. We will then talk about the listeners, the folks that really made the difference, that lived in the chat room, which was a live event during a live broadcast, and the people that connected with each other and the people that connected with us. We're going to highlight a couple of our previous segments. Y'all that were listening before, you knew that we had the rent and we had the bar tab and we had Gemma Wants to Know. So you're going to get all of that. The third episode, we're going to highlight some of the more noted guests and presenters that you liked the most, that we liked the most, and that blew up the show pretty frequently. So we'll go ahead and leave that as a little surprise. The fourth episode, we're going to continue this like memory lane and talk about the people that impacted us and that we impacted, and who were impacted by us. And then we recommend for the final episode that you pad up as you listen, because we're going to be reviewing our 5 top P moments, as well as talk about some of the that we co-hosted both on air and in person. So this is great. And I just got to say, digging through all the old stuff, Denise and I are finding some crazy shit. We're laughing just making the plan. So I think it's going to be a wonderful time.
It's like something that like a memory will come and just like slap you across the face and oh my God, remember that? Like there were so many things that we talked about, on the show, whether it was Donna driving around Key West in her underwear, whether it was, you know, I, I, me peeing a chair in at a comedy show, like all kinds of stuff that happened, and it was funny at the moment, and then it kind of left, and then we're reading over. I mean, we have every show note. We were on the air for like 10 solid years and did what, 52 shows
Wow.
a
52
year,
shows a year. Yep.
and we saved, every single show
The agenda.
schedule
We
note.
had a run of show, right? We had a
Yeah.
run of show for every week. We did it on paper. We sat next to each
I
other at a
mean,
desk.
reading it back, and between the guests, the topics, the, events that we talked about that we, would come back from, whether it was a Pride Fest, a Women Fest, Sweet Cruise, the way we would like rehash all of like, that. The reminiscing and all that, like, not only has it, made us laugh all over again, but I don't know about you, Donna. For me, I'm going back through, I'm going like, this was kind of like that first year we were broadcasting out to the world live and then throwing up a podcast before we started
Exactly.
just recording live and then throwing up a recording. So we were live out there. We were
Right.
like eating, drinking, burping, farting, falling off our chairs. My cat would come in and take a shit in the studio and stink us out. Like, everything that happened organically, and
Yep.
we would just leave it. And I don't know that there were many podcasts around at the time that were like that. They were all very like sit in front of a microphone and talk to listeners about what was going on in the lesbian world. And here we were popping M&Ms, smoking joints, having
We
Well,
were,
I think the live aspect made it really, really great because you had your callers, but it was a chat room. It wasn't even like people can call in, right? I mean, I forget what it was like back then.
in the
Could they
beginning, we did
call up
have
on the
callers.
phone?
Yeah, we did have a
Oh,
caller
they
line
could.
in the
Okay.
beginning, but the chat room was really the way to go. Like, that was
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
connections were made and friendships were forged. And, even after the show, we would leave the chat room running, let them, you know, dissect and catch up and chat. And it was just a way to see that they were so fully engaged. If we were doing the Gemma questions, they were answering them in the room, like
Yeah.
exactly.
their,
Oh my gosh, that's so
things.
true.
And you were uniting people from all over the world. Obviously, you're proof of that, Denise.
Yeah,
But
no, it's
the thing
true. Yeah.
is that I was in the studio for one of the P episodes, but I had Larry, my sister Larry, with me. I don't know why she was with me, but she was with me.
She was.
She
Yeah.
She was
came
on
with
the
me.
couch.
She
Nancy
was
was
on
on the
the
futon.
couch.
Yeah. Nancy was on the futon. Yeah, we had a lot of those things where, like,
Yeah.
as the show, would go on, people would just walk in and sit down, walk in my front door, go into the guest room and sit down. Like Beth, WNBA Beth would come in and sit down. Aunt Joanne would walk in with meatballs. I mean, all different people. Like,
They just
it
came
was
over.
like where we were open to the public. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it was, but
Like now you could have a studio audience if you did it in a place like with a studio and an
wouldn't that be
audience.
Right.
fun? Yeah, wouldn't
Right.
that be fun?
That would
Because
be
they were so,
challenging.
yeah, people were so engaged in those relationships where,
Yeah.
still go on, like we've been reaching out to people to try and get them to, commit to calling in and reminiscing with us. And it's these people that still have the same friendships that they had when they were in the chat room, you know? So
We
it's
haven't
just
been
fun.
live together since what, 2011? Well, yes. When did you leave? 2011, right? When
Yeah,
you
yeah,
had I mean, to get married to a listener and live in a foreign land,
Right.
like this is a
Right.
story. This
yeah,
is a story,
yeah,
and this is just one story, Jay. And we know that we still have Denise still really keeps good contact with a handful,
yeah.
and that this is still just such a testament to a testimony to what we loved just doing. It really didn't matter who was going to be listening.
matter
We had
whether we
no
made it.
idea.
Didn't
We
matter.
had no
Yeah.
idea. We were
No.
having a great time.
Yeah, it wasn't about like how do we monetize this? How do we sell advertising? How do we do this? It just like we both knew that we didn't want to be business people. We just wanted to have Wednesday night parties. That was
Yeah.
it.
That's it.
Just committed to a Wednesday night party. And that's I think the funnest aspect of it was that, it did blow up. It did become huge. We did hit numbers that we never in a million years expected. And
Or 2 million years.
or 2
Get it?
million.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah.
And
So
you united women that were in parts of the world that couldn't be outwardly gay, but they could be on a Wednesday night
yeah,
in
in their
lesbian lounge.
room with their headphones on, listening
Mhm.
away. And that was part of the incredible things. And yeah, we just want to highlight that, showcase that and talk a little bit about it. And I think that, 20 years and still knowing that we can phone up, Lori Michaels, and say, hey, we need you to be a part of this, or the lesbians girls, hey, we need you to be a part of this. And they're like, all in, all in,
Bam. Yeah.
just, we just handpicked a lot of people that we still stay in communication with and some that we haven't, and it'll be lovely to talk to them
Yeah.
again. And then we'll
So,
also talk about some of the people that have passed away that had an impact on us that we
Mhm.
remember fondly, um, because we're at that age. So, we
we
have
are.
to do an in memoriam. But it's going to be an absolute blast, and I think it's really commemorative of, the 20-year mark. It means something special, like that day in June when we walked into the boys' hotel at Gay
The
Days.
Royal, the Royal something hotel during gay days in Orlando. And
First
they
time
were like,
ever. First
good
time
for
ever.
you.
Everything
Oh
was a
boy.
first. Everything was new, and it started from that moment. So we are happy to go from there all the way up to current, and we're totally looking forward to it.
So Denise, if anyone listens to this and they want to be a part of it or they need more information, right, they can just connect with you through
Yeah,
the,
just DM one of
yeah,
us. Yeah, DM one
yeah,
of us on
absolutely.
Facebook,
Yeah,
and
we're
we'll,
open.
yeah.
Are you going to be live for this, or is this going to be, are they going to be recorded
Well,
podcasts that go
they're
up?
going to be recorded because we want to be able to show pictures from some of the stuff
Oh,
that we're
okay.
talking about, and
We've got some good clips, some good audio
some good
clips.
audio clips and stuff like that. So yeah, we're going to edit them into, like we said, 5 episodes and celebrate Pride Month just like that, you know, running alongside the Rainbow Remix because we've got a loaded schedule for that during Pride too. So
Hmm.
definitely a lot going on. And
Well, I'm
so
looking forward to seeing you guys. And hey, if you're listening, just remember June 6th is the first draw.
gonna be big.
Hey,
I
Dan,
can't
what kind
wait.
of schedule are you dropping, Dan?
There it is. Let's go to Martha Wash.
All right, you guys. Thanks for having me. Good show. Mwah. Bye.
Yeah.